Hey guys, Robbie Calvo here. Today I'm talking to you about the Yamaha Mike Stern Signature Pacifica, and also going to be showing you how to create harmony lead guitars on your solos. Alright, so let's take a look at the guitar first, and then I'll break down how you can create your own twin lead guitar parts. The Yamaha Mike Stern Signature guitar features a light ash body, a subtle arm dress, and a finish called Initial Response Acceleration, which lets the guitar vibrate freely for a new instrument, so it feels and sounds like it's already been broken in. We have a 3-ply pick guard, humbucking pickups. The neck pickup is a 59 Seymour Duncan PAF style pickup, and in the bridge we have a Hot Rails humbucker. We have a 3-way toggle switch, tone and volume controls, a bolt-on one-piece maple neck that's oil finished, so super comfortable to play immediately, a 7¼ inch radius, medium jumbo frets on a 25½ inch scale length. We have Goto tuners, those beautiful inlays on the headstock, and of course Mike Stern's signature there as well. This is a beautiful sounding guitar, plays really well, super comfortable, and I think sits in the mix beautifully. Alright, so guys, if you can, go and check one out at yamahaguitars.com and find where your dealer has one. Pick one up and play it and see for yourself how amazing this guitar is. Okay, let's go over to teaching you how to play harmony parts on your solos or twin lead guitars. Okay guys, now let's take a look at those chords that I was playing on the intro piece of music, and that's going to help us understand how the melodies, the scales, and those harmony parts work as well. Okay, so we've got a chord progression in the key of C that resolves to C as well. So we have a tonal center of C, so we have a C Ionian chord progression. Now let me play it first and then I'll break down each of the chords for you. So we've got a C here. And here it goes nicely back to C, so our tonal center, our resolution point. So the chords are C major with a 5th string root, G with a C bass, A minor 7, A minor 7 sus, to C with an F bass, F add 2, A minor 7, F add 2, to G sus. Okay, so go around that again. C major, G with a C bass, A minor 7, A minor 7 sus, C with an F bass, F add 2, and I'm hammering on that A note, A minor 7, to the G. Okay, so there are the chords. Now let's go over to the C major scale and show you how to harmonize that and create those twin lead guitar parts. Okay guys, let's learn now how to play those twin lead guitars. Now we're in the key of C, so we're going to use the C major scale. I'm going to play that 1 octave for you here first. Okay, so C major scale. Now we create harmony in the same way we would when we create vocal harmonies or when we create chords, i.e. harmonizing the major scale. And we harmonize the major scale by taking the 1st note of the scale, 3rd note of the scale, and the 5th note of the scale, and that gives us the 1st chord, which is C major. Okay, that's harmony. The same thing happens when we use that for vocals. If this is my melody note and I want to sing a harmony above that, a 3rd above, that would be my note. And if I want to sing a 5th above that, I go to the 5th note. And you can hear that creates this. Okay, so a C major chord. So the same thing happens when we're creating harmony lead guitars, all right? We can do the same thing. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the C major scale from C up to C, 1 octave. Then I'm going to play the C major scale from the 3rd, all right? And then I'm going to play the C major scale from the 5th, and you'll hear how that follows in close harmony, all right? So here it is. Okay, and those ending notes of each of those melodies ended on my C major chord, didn't it? Okay, so that's how we can create our harmonies above a melody, all right? Now, of course, we can get more complex with 6ths and 5ths and 4ths, etc., but I'm keeping it super simple so you can get the idea of how that works, and then you can expand. All right, so now let's take a look at my original melody, all right? So the first half of it was this. Okay, now how do I then harmonize that? Well, my first note is E, right? I'm not starting on the root note or the tonic of the scale. My melody started on the E note. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for the harmony above that, and I'm going to move up the scale linear wise to see that. So there's E, okay, what would be next? F. So G is going to be my start note, isn't it? If. Okay, so let me play my first melody. Here's my harmony on top. Okay, and then I'm going to play a third above that. So where's my third above that? It's here, right? So. Okay. Now you heard me playing each of those parts that I just played you as my melody, didn't I, on the beginning of the music? And that's another great way of you creating new melodies, is harmonizing your original melody. It will give you a different melody, and you can use that in its own right. It doesn't have to be the harmony part, and that's what I did on the intro, and that's why I did it, because I wanted to explain that to you, okay? Then you heard the harmonies come in where I actually played the harmony part on that melody, right? So. And then on the end, I stacked the third above that as well, so we got the 5th. Okay, so you can use them as the harmony parts, but you can also use them as their own original melody. All right, so that's a great way of creating those parts. What I'm going to advocate, guys, start super simple. All right, none of these melodies are super hard, but the harmony part might be a little more challenging than the melody. So I always advocate start simple, because your harmony might be a little harder to play. As you can see, it's very different to play. That's almost pentatonic-like, right? And then this one. See how that's vastly different, the fingering of it, okay? So there's a great way of you starting this out, guys. So take a simple scale type, create a simple melody, and then find the third above that melody, and then do the third above the third, so stacking in thirds, all right? That's a super simple way of you doing it. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, the guitar, and I'll see you next time. Thanks a lot. See ya.